Each year, the Water Resources Institute at California State University San Bernardino chooses a recipient to receive the coveted Lifetime Achievement Award. Each past recipient is a proven leader at the local, state, or federal level of leadership in the water community and beyond. Past recipients include Ruben Ayala, Lois Krieger, John Brudine, Art Littleworth, Jerry Lewis, Louis Fletcher, Joe Grindstaff, and Jerry Thiebaud. In previous years, the primary purpose of this award was to raise funds for scholarships for students who make water their major emphasis of study. More than $260,000 in scholarship funds were raised through these efforts. In 2010, an agreement was reached that the University of California, Riverside and Cal State San Bernardino would become the new guardians of the Water Resource Center archives that have been housed at the University of California, Berkeley for more than 50 years. With this most important collection relocating to Southern California, the WRI is committing the proceeds from the Lifetime Achievement Award dinner to the care and management of the archive. The 2010 Lifetime Achievement Award recipient is John Lewis Anderson, a third-generation Chino area farmer whose deep roots in the community and interest in water sprouted from his family business and a commitment to serve his community. John Anderson is being honored for his decades of service, in particular his commitment to transforming the Chino Basin into a model of sustainability with water recycling, alternative technologies, and groundwater replenishment. John's roots in the region date to 1884, when his grandparents began farming sugar beets and tomatoes. They eventually added potatoes, sweet corn, cabbage, cauliflower, and onions for produce markets in Pasadena and surrounding areas. By the 1960s, the family was growing feed crops, mainly alfalfa for the dairy farms that had moved into the area and would have a large impact on the area's water and air quality, and John's future. John attended El Rancho Elementary School, Chino Junior High School, Chino High School, and then nearby Chaffey College. Juggling his studies with work on the farm and an early morning school bus route he drove, John considered several career options, including the fire department and post office. He briefly studied electrical engineering before settling on aeronautics. By graduation, however, it was clear to him that farming was in his blood.
I missed the full-day activity of farming because before school, I was driving a school bus to bring students into school, which was college and high school together. And then after college, it was back to the farm. I missed the outdoors of being outside all the time.
It was during college that John met his wife of 55 years, Phyllis.
She was one of the students that was riding on the bus. And during Easter vacation, I went down and asked her for a date to go roller skating because I'd heard through the grapevine that she liked roller skating on the weekends. So I figured that's a good start. And we've made it ever since.
John and Phyllis married and had 3 children, Rick, Jim, and Lorraine, who all live within about 20 miles of the farm they grew up on. They have 8 grandchildren, 6 granddaughters, and 2 grandsons. When they have time, they like to travel, especially by train. Throughout his life, no matter how busy he was on the farm, John always found time for Boy Scouts. He was a Cub Scout, Eagle Scout, Explorer Scout leader, and in the Order of the Arrow. He still camps regularly and says he's become pretty handy with a Dutch oven.
Been in scouting for 66 years. I never got out. I just started as a Cub Scout, went through the Boy Scouts, Explorer Scouts, and then leadership from then on.
In 1976, John was appointed the Chino Basin Water Conservation District to fill out a term. It was a natural fit. As a lifelong farmer, he understood the importance of water and had a natural interest in managing the area's resources.
John Anderson's history and his family's history in the Chino area, which has historically been agriculture since back in the 1880s. He had an established presence, and because of that.
In 1978, John ran for and secured a position on the Chino Basin Municipal Water District, which eventually became Inland Empire Utilities Agency. IEUA provides regional wastewater service and imported water deliveries to the cities of Chino, Chino Hills, Fontana, Montclair, Ontario, and Upland, and the Cucamonga Valley Water District and the Monte Vista Water District. John has represented Chino and Chino Hills on the board for 32 years and served 10 years as board president. In all his endeavors, John is widely known for his focus, ethical standards, collaborative spirit, and problem-solving ability.
that John is so consistent. It's in his DNA to put the public first.
Without John Anderson, the progress that's been made, and a lot of progress has been made in the region, would probably not have been nearly as significant. I think John's steady hand has been an important part of everyone being able to move ahead.
John has been at the forefront of IEUA's efforts to be a leader in the region. The agency covers a 242 square mile service area and includes 5 water recycling plants, a wastewater recycling plant, 2 desalters, a 500-ton-a-day compost facility, and a state-of-the-art green headquarters facility.
I think this area, and particularly his district, but the entire area, has benefited from John being a director.
A hallmark of John's career in public service is the number of cooperative and regionally beneficial projects that he helped shepherd into production.
I've worked with John on just almost everything imaginable at Inland Empire Utilities Agency, from the new administrative green platinum building, recycled water, building the Chino desalinization plant, building new wastewater plants at RP5 and RP4, the wonderful nationally award-winning composting plant in Rancho Cucamonga, and of course the Chino Creek Park, which has, as you know, John's contributed the Rose Garden to that, and it's just a fabulous facility.
In addition to his years on IEUA's board, John Anderson also served as chairman to the Special Districts Association of San Bernardino County, chairman of the Chino Basin Regional Finance Authority, and chairman of the Inland Empire Regional Composting Authority. His retirement from the board means local interests will lose a longtime advocate, one who was as comfortable considering state-of-the-art technologies as he was securing funding for them to be built. John's knack for getting to the root of a problem and finding mutually beneficial solutions is exemplified in the Chino Desalter project built by IEUA. The facility was built to address various environmental issues created by the region's dairy farms.
In my position as general manager of the Milk Producers Council, it was my idea that we needed to find solutions rather than fight the agencies. You can't do that alone. And my organization didn't have tons of money, so I needed to look to either the regulators, either the agencies, or I had to look to the government for support. IEUA, John Anderson said, "We're here to help."
One idea embraced by John long before state regulations even allowed it was using recycled water.
Water recycling is John's passion. Actually, I think it would be cute if he would wear more purple shirts to denote his excitement towards water recycling. He recognizes that for every drop of recycled water that was retained within the Chino groundwater basin, that was one less drop of water that was having to be taken from the delta or from potable water sources.
Oh, I wanted to use recycled water 10 years before we was allowed to use it. Today you can raise crops above ground as well as underground and use recycled water. But I think it's great because we're not wasting the water.
In 2004, the U.S. Green Building Council awarded IEUA LEED Platinum status for its environmentally forward headquarters and demonstration site for the capture, settling, and treatment of stormwater. It was the first public agency in the world to receive this status. Features include parking lots designed to allow stormwater to infiltrate the ground, buildings heated by heat recovered from power generators at the neighboring water recycling plant, and roof-mounted solar panels that produce more than 100,000 kilowatt-hours of electricity annually.
If you really look at what LEED is, it's looking at the cost-effectiveness of the energy consumption, the water consumption, looking at air. It all is tied together. It makes it's practical.
Eliza Jane and a couple of the other engineers that are on our staff full-time said, "We're building a new building. Can we build a LEED building?" So they had to educate us about what this LEED building was all about, because when they said LEED, the first thing we thought of, boy, it's going to cost a pile of money to try to build something like that. And they proved to us in the design, they said, no, we can build it for the same or maybe even a little less.
It was really one of the highlights in my career. We never would have gotten there had it not been for John.
As the Water Resources Institute pays tribute to John Anderson for his work in water, wastewater, and water recycling, so too do those people who have worked with him over the years.
My hat's off to both of you. I might say that I would rather you not use the word retirement. That John and Phyllis could possibly reinvent themselves and we could have them as a write-in team for governor.
John, I'm so proud of you for receiving this Lifetime Achievement Award. You definitely deserve it. You have incredible leadership skills, and very proud that you are able to receive this.
Had it not been for you and the leadership and your willingness to serve, your willingness to take a chance, your willingness to address environmental concerns and make it a win-win. If anybody is deserving of this award, you are.
Thank you, John, for all that you mentored me and for all that you have taught me over the years. I wish you and Phyllis the very best.
So John, congratulations. It's an honor well deserved.
Yeah, he's just been always a positive force to working out and solving problems and reaching out throughout our service area so that we've had the success that we've had.
John, we've really benefited by the fact that you dedicated so much of your life to making this region more self-sufficient and this world a better place. Thank you very much.